Hands are not for hitting. When you're ready to use your inside voice, you can talk to me. Laura Lane. Hey. Can you use your inside voice?
No!
We don't need to yell. Hey, no. Hands are not for hitting. We don't throw stuff. Well, we can go inside when you're ready to be nice. Hands are not for hitting. I don't like that. That hurts. You need to keep your hands to yourself and be nice. No, we are in timeout until you're ready to be nice. Are you ready to be nice?
No.
Okay, well then we're going to stay out here until you're ready.
Believe it or not, there were two things this mom was doing right. But this video is a clear picture of why gentle parenting doesn't work at all. And notice the phrase she used over and over again. Hands are not for hitting. Did that do any good whatsoever? No. It was interesting that the mom also said, we are in timeout. Is that what timeout looks like in gentle parenting? I feel sorry for this young mom because she really thought she was doing the right thing with this little girl. And like I said, there were two things she was doing right. She stayed calm and did not give her daughter what she wanted when she was behaving. Those were two good things. But she was not teaching and training her how to behave at all. And that's what she needed to do. Because you can see the words gentle parenting on the screen, we can assume this mom had read all the ineffective ways to employ this parenting method. And I was so glad to read that she discovered that through her child's behavior, gentle parenting didn't work. In this incident, in the mind of the little girl, mom didn't care about her feelings or behavior. It was totally fine if she felt frustrated to act out, which she clearly did. And if this mom had continued to go with the gentle parenting methods, would this little girl have learned how to behave from that parental response? No. Would she behave that way again? Of course. She hadn't been taught any different. Allowing her to lose control, yell at her mother, and use violence to express herself did not do anything at all to teach her how to behave. So of course, she would have a tantrum the next time she would get angry. Why not? This parenting strategy is not compassionate or loving, even though the mom believed it was at the time. You can see the anguish and frustration and confusion on the little girl's face. She was having a complete emotional breakdown and being violent as well. She was out of control, and her mother was just sitting there while she went through raw emotions. Even though this mom didn't mean it, this is parental neglect in my view. I don't blame this mom. I blame the so-called parenting experts who had obviously convinced her that her child behaving in this way was to be expected and led her to believe that when her child is completely out of control, if she just stays calm, she's doing all she can to help her child. But instead, what this mom came to realize was that her child was not learning how to behave, was hitting her, yelling at her, throwing things at her. And this gentle parenting idea was not working. I'm really glad she realized this and decided to try some different methods. I don't know her at all, but I hope she has found some strategies that work for her. But this kind of emotional breakdown and behavior by this child would never have happened had this mother known and employed the CTM method in the past. If her daughter even started to get angry and out of control, all the mom would have to do is put her hand up toward her mouth and the behavior would have stopped immediately. Then she could have a calm conversation with her daughter about whatever the problem was that brought them to this point and remedy it appropriately. There would be no tantrum, no hitting or pinching, throwing a chair at her mom, no violence, and no out of control behavior. The little girl would not have had to go through all this, and neither would mom. This was so unnecessary. But because her daughter had been allowed to lose control in the past, obviously had been allowed to be violent when she was angry, and her mother had thought she was doing the right thing, so had not taken action to teach her how to behave, they ended up in this situation in the video. Tantrums are distressful to everyone, but especially to the little child who is dealing with them. And it is actually neglectful for a parent to leave a child to have tantrums without teaching and training them to control themselves so they can deal with emotions in an appropriate way. A tantrum is an inappropriate way to deal with anger and frustration, and a child needs to learn this and know that they will not be tolerated. And it's up to the parent to teach them. Tantrums are not necessary, and once you have taught your child that this is not an appropriate way to deal with anger and frustration, and that tantrums will not be tolerated, neither of you will have to deal with that anymore. The CTM method is a calm way to teach and train your child to stop the tantrums without any pain or spanking. If you want to know more about the CTM method, you can find videos with step-by-step instructions on this channel in the description below or at mommyanswerlady.com. If this video has been eye-opening to you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Parents, you can do this. I hope to see you here next time.